What up, YouTube family? I'm back at the drawing table. Welcome to my channel, and for those who've been here before, welcome back. I want to come at you with a quick video, and in today's video, I want to talk about getting more dynamic action type poses into your drawing and how you can kind of go about practicing doing so or achieving this. So, the first thing I want to talk about is you have to learn how to step outside of one-to-one copying when you're drawing. And by this, I mean when you're looking at references, using references to draw, not just always drawing exactly what you see. So the first major step is learning how to take a reference photo and make your drawing more dynamic in the reference. And you do this by overemphasizing things within the drawing. Now, a lot of artists fall in the trap of the one-to-one copying because they have been focusing on learning the anatomy and the structure of the body, which is great for your observational drawing skills. But when you want to start stepping outside and making things more dynamic, you have to learn how to make your poses more dynamic by changing them and stepping outside of that one-to-one copying. Now you can achieve this by just making slight changes or overemphasizing things within the reference that you're drawing from. So if say somebody is stretching their arm out in the photo or stretching a leg out or twisting their body, you can just overemphasize whatever's happening. You can make them twist further than they actually are twisting, stretching their arm out further than they're stretching it, right? Just overemphasizing key elements within your drawing from the reference, and you can make it more dynamic and more visually appealing. So I would say that's the first step in getting more dynamic poses and more action type poses and more movement in your drawings. So let's move on to the next thing. And this is a big one. This is the one that I really want to emphasize in this video, and that is drawing from video. Because in order for you to draw these more dynamic action type poses, you need to know how the body moves, right? You need to know what these action poses look like. And what better way to learn from them or learn about how they're moving is watching a video. So I would look to the sports realm because there's a lot of movement in sports, and you can pick your sport and you can see running, jumping, kicking, flipping, depending on the sport. So you just would pick a sport that kind of coincides with the type of movement you want to achieve. So if you're trying to get flipping and jumping, don't draw from boxing. You want to draw from maybe something like gymnastics if you want flipping and jumping. But if you want punching, boxing would be a great sport to draw from. So in order to do this, the way to go about doing it, or the way I do it, is you want to find whatever video you want to draw from. You want to take that video and you want to slow it down so you can really see how the body is moving. And it's even better if you can find a video that's already slowed down and then you slow it down even more. Now you're getting into like a super slow motion video where you can really see everything that's going on. And you would be amazed at how much the body actually moves doing these movements. There's a lot that goes on that we don't see. Like I said, when we're watching sports, there's a lot of movement, like it's muscles flexing, it's ripples going through the body from impact. Like say in boxing, if you ever seen like a slow motion video of somebody getting hit, that point of impact, like it's like a wave that kind of goes through the body at that point of impact, right? And we have hard structures and soft structures in our body, like our skeletal system is like a hard structure, and then we have the soft structures. So those things are moving differently. So you really want to kind of study how the body is moving, and when you're watching this, you want to be drawing from it. So use the slow motion and use the pause button. Those are your two friends in this: slow motion and the pause button. And from these videos, now you're getting a lot more references than you can ever imagine from just looking at reference photos, right? Because you can stop the video at any point of the movement. So if you want to see, well, let's say you have a video of somebody doing flips, right? So you can, you know, have a reference of them first starting their run to pick up speed to do the flip, the beginning of the flip, the middle of the flip, the end of the flip, the landing, right? The recovery from the flip. So it's a whole lot. And from that one movement, you can probably get 5, 10 different references at any different point within that one single movement. So I think this is a very powerful tool that you can use. I wish I would have, discovered this sooner. It can really elevate what you can do and what type of poses you can draw. So this is how you use it. You just slow motion, draw from the video, really take in and study how the body is moving, right? And then using the pause button at those, you'll find like some great poses that you may want to draw. And also you want to, when you do find those great poses, you want to draw those poses and draw those poses multiple times. And you want to draw the poses enough times to where you can start to draw those poses from memory without reference, right? And that's when you know you kind of can understand a pose, when you can redraw the pose from memory. So what I do, sometimes I will find a cool pose and I would draw it, and especially if it gives me a hard time, I would draw it again, and maybe finish my drawing session, and maybe at the end of my drawing session or my next drawing session, I go right back to that pose. I go right back to drawing that pose again, uh, till I get to where I can just draw that pose from my mind, no reference. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys got some value from this, and I hope you try to use some of the things I mentioned in this video to help improve your art, and let me know how it goes. But until then, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.